We're back to Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy.
Welcome in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy in the studio again. We have Mr. Dave Schmandel filling in for Mr. Billy Gibbs. Happy birthday to Mr. Gibbs, who's celebrating in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hopefully having a great time, probably taking a mud bath right now or something, or getting hot rocked, one or the other. Want to thank again Golf Talk Radio partners. It's Health IQ. Health IQ is an insurance company that helps health-conscious people like runners, cyclists, weightlifters, vegetarians get lower rates on their life insurance. Go to healthiq.com/golf talk today to check out to see what you qualify for. On the line, Mr. Jim Delaby.
Grandpa Jim.
The Delabratory and PGA extraordinaire. How are you, Jim?
Hey, it's Grandpa. Yeah, I'm doing great.
Hey, Jim.
It's fun, man.
How you doing,
yes.
Jim?
Yes. Having a blast.
That's a wonderful time, yeah. I'm sure, huh?
It's health. Yeah, it's about health, and it's beautiful to see your grandchild and your children reacting to it. So
and
really cool.
Everything's good, healthy, wealthy, and wise, and all that?
Everything's working. Couple technicalities, but they're working on that, and we're looking good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Jimmy. Happy for you.
Thank you. Thank
cool.
you so much.
So
appreciate
cool.
it.
Yeah, and we thank you for taking the time. I know you're with family, but we appreciate you calling into the show. Hey, we're talking.
Yeah, no problem.
We love having you too. We were talking earlier in the first hour. We talked a little bit about resolutions versus goals, and everybody is beginning of 2018, so everybody's got resolutions. And I threw out there, resolution is definition, or by definition, affirm something, and a goal is an object of a person's ambition or effort, or the aim for a desired result. So, how do you pick, Jim? Like, if you have do you make resolutions first off, and do you make goals for yourself and resolutions?
The goals are more important to me, and then the resolutions seem easier.
So you set the goals first.
I set the goals first just because I know that this darn brain of ours loves goals, so it must be in that order, in my opinion. So it's easier to line up to those goals with objectives or resolutions at the beginning of the year, if that's when you pick them.
Yeah, so for you, like setting goals for yourself, what would be, like, do you have a goal set for you for golf for 2018 or goals?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's indirectly. I want to play as much golf as I can. Last year, that was 5 rounds. Hey, this year it'd be 10. That's about 1 a month. That would be fantastic because that would be probably the most I've done in 10 years. However, I think more importantly, I will be able to do that if my health, my flexibility, my strength, my nutrition, if that's on target, and that's my goal, and then I've set many, objectives or resolutions to attack that constantly every day. I know I can make 10 rounds or more, and I can make them not just 9 holes and feel great, and then the back 9 feel terrible. I've already witnessed full 18 holes by making some adjustments in my food intake with no energy loss in the last month. So I really believe that if we all could just set our goal, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. For me, it'd be nice to have 10 rounds. But if my health, if that stays on par, it won't be a problem. Plus, I'll be able to do the other things with my family, my teaching, etc. That's what I'm excited about, is because I've really made some inroads and made some adjustments in my workout and my food. By the end of this year after my surgery, I finally have a neat combination, and I've got a lot of momentum going into 2018.
And the thing that's interesting about that a lot of people probably don't know is how severe of a health issue you had last year. And, for you to come back from that and where you are now and to hear you just say what you said is very inspiring. So
I saw him play 18 holes at the country club the other day, and he didn't look a bit more tired on 18 than he was on 1.
Wow, Jim.
Yeah, thank you,
pretty
Dave.
strong
And
out
I
there.
really love playing with you, Dave. That was fun to play. My first time I played with Dave, who is a gentleman and funny and an encourager. He's encouraging all of us. But, yeah, that's interesting you said it, because on 18 I thought about that. You know, I hit a straight drive, and I hit it on the green at San Luis Country Club the last hole, and I two-putted, and I went in the car, and I went, there's no energy loss anymore. So thank you for acknowledging that.
No, it was fun to watch. Hit the ball well.
So what
Thank you.
Can you share any of the adjustments you made? You know, you're talking about food, you're talking about a workout, you're talking about, you know, what can you share a couple things that you've changed going into 2018?
Yeah, two things that really are hitting home to me. One is I made an adjustment in the middle of the year. I was been building up my strength and nutrition and all that to about the middle of the year, starting to play 9 holes here and there just to test it. And I noticed good strength. And I was doing this CrossFit class for a while, but kind of intermittently, maybe one a week, and then doing some walking and just really careful. And then it dawned on me, I can design my own CrossFit. I've got enough knowledge from that, from my studies with all kinds of golf rehab specialists, et cetera, over the years. And I put together it's been 6 straight months, every day, a 10-minute CrossFit program, plus walking, plus nutrition. And the second thing, so that CrossFit program that I designed around all the golf muscles is only taking me 10 minutes a day, and I've never stopped it because it's easy to do.
Wow.
And now I've got like a habit. I actually have a desire to do it. And number 2 was the next thing I needed is my chiropractor goes, you need to make, because I wasn't able to make 18 with energy, he goes, you need to make an adjustment. Thank you, Ernie Brigman. You need to make an adjustment in your nutrition. Something's not there. You need to analyze it. And sure enough, I wasn't taking enough calories in. And so I doubled my intake starting early morning to after that round. And that was it. I'm a skinny guy. I'm thin, you know, so I need a lot of food, but I didn't really recognize how much over the years, because other things are taking my energy levels away, my life, my family, whatever it is, my teaching. I just wasn't eating enough. And that's really fascinating to me. So I got those 2 combos in order, and I'm on cruise control, really, if I just stay focused on them.
That's awesome.
And not overdo it, like not be goated. I mean, David Duval was one of my heroes because he could take on Tiger and Phil. And I don't want to be goated like he was into trying to do more. I love him. But I remember he started working out more right after the 60. Yeah. So I'm like, I use that concept in my mind all the time. I'm not going to be goated to chase more distance, to try to shoot lower, to do all those things because younger guys are doing it, or guys my age are stronger than me, or I hear all the time from my customers, oh, this guy's 70 years old, he's hitting it by me. You know, I'm going to really pay attention to being goated and stick to my guns on my fit, my nutrition. I just want to maintain it for 1 year. We'll go from there.
Yeah. That's it about, I mean, you're doing your workouts and you're doing your stretching and the things you do, and that it's, you know, a smaller amount. It's not trying to do too much at one time. And that actually, you just said the same thing with your golf game. You know, you're not trying to go out there and be the guy who's hitting it the farthest in the group and try to hit every par 5 and 2 and try to do, you know, those are just examples I'm thinking of as you said that were running through my mind, because instead of just, you know, that keeps you from really like playing the game of golf. You're kind of forcing the game instead of playing it.
Once again, the realistic goals.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's really cool, Jim. Very happy for you,
Thank
man. So we thought we'd jump in here. We got about 5, 6, 7 minutes left, or a little more than that. We talked a little bit earlier about club fitting and some stuff like that. And of course, Tiger Woods came up and his particulars with his club fitting and what he likes. And he was mentioned in Golf Digest as saying The number one thing he looks for in his club fitting is his ball flight. And if his ball flight's not right, he considers that the setup of his club fitting is completely wrong, or seriously wrong is the quote that they used for him. What do you feel? Where do you feel ball flight fits in the realm of club fitting?
Well, I think Dave taught me this about, I don't know how many years ago. He would start showing me launch angles. He showed me TrackMan launch angles, and I was fascinated one time on his machine. What's the name of your machine called, Dave? The Flight Scope.
Flight Scope.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's just as good. And he took me out there, and one of my best students, he was showing me ball flight, and he already taught me this years earlier. Like, look at the trajectory on the back of the range. He doesn't remember probably, but because he tells everybody the same thing because he's so brilliant. So he tells me to look at that ball flight and watch it against those trees back there. And this is a good one, and this isn't, and that one's going to do this, and it's going to land there. I mean, he's like Einstein. And this girl who's really good, ranked, he says he used his flight scope and her trajectory, and that's what I actually have an eye now. I can tell when that ball's taken off immediately. Like Tiger said in that article, he could tell immediately. The first, I don't know what he said, but it was initial takeoff. He knew it right out of the corner of his eye. He knew what was going to happen. I like that, and that's kind of what Dave taught me, is to not, worry more about that trajectory. Of course, I want to hit on the sweet spot or near it, but my students. But I love that idea of using the back of that range in those trees because they're up there so high, and I've really dialed that in since Dave really tracked me on it, I guess.
Yeah.
But he got me thinking better about that trajectory, and it's really helped my distance and my students' distance and picking the right clubs for fitting, the right lofts, changing those adjustments in those movable head technologies, etc. Blah, 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 blah. So thank you, Dave. I remember that 2 days distinctly.
Nice of you to say, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
We need you around us, man. You have so much intelligent knowledge about fitting with the teaching piece of it. It's like when you showed me the flight scope stuff with my best player, how she was actually backing off of the ball and the ball went a different way. That's when I started thinking about moving her more forward on the, getting her stop reverse weight shifting. And it changed her. It added, as time went on, I believe it added 20 yards easily. Just that one, your adjustment helped me to think through it better.
Oh, good.
So
that's awesome. That's a great marriage there, right? A marriage of
you
teaching
should be surrounded by Dave
technology.
Schmandels and your golf rehab specialists, and you need them around you.
That's awesome.
And they got to have knowledge of teaching and the fitting, teaching and the golf rehab. They got to have both knowledge. Then you've got it.
Yeah.
Dave has both.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very awesome. Again, joining us here on Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy in the Delabratory, we'll call it, for this segment. Jim Delaby, PGA professional and great friend of the show, longtime friend of all of ours. Why don't we jump into 2018 season? We talked about resolutions, goals, but what do we see happening in the majors? We're talking like Masters first, U.S. Open, British Open, PGA Champ, and I know this is early in the season, but who do you guys see at the Masters? Who's your pick for 18? What's your
DJ?
You got DJ. Dave's got DJ. How about you there, Jim?
Darn it! That's exactly who I'm picking.
Well, you could pick the same guy. It's okay. I'm just curious of what you guys.
I'm in agreement 100%. I wrote a note here, DJ, because I like the way he says he's fading the ball right now, and his wedges and his long game. Oh my gosh, that's the one guy, because his swing is athletic. His right shoulder gets in front of the ball, way in front. He's the one guy that could be goated by Tiger or Phil or any of the other. I think he thinks he's better than the others, but because he finally got over that hump last year. But he's the one guy that, if he gets goated by Tiger coming on strong, or even Phil, because Phil, with fitness and everything, Phil's still got a great brain for golf. So I don't think, and Fowler included, by the way,
yeah,
they both have a swing that doesn't go Nicklaus backwards, reverse C. so they can withstand the goading and not get injured. I know DJ got injured on the stairs, but you don't get injured because of golf.
Right.
So because of that swing, because the shoulder goes way in front like other sports, Fowler and DJ can withstand that goading. That's my opinion.
Interesting. All right, so I'm going to – just because you guys took DJ, I had these two. I'm going with Fowler on the Masters.
There we go.
So Ricky's my guy.
He's a good putter.
I think this is the year, whether it's the Masters, maybe it's not the Masters, I think he will get a major this year.
He's my pick for the U.S. Open.
Okay, well, then that goes right into perfect segue, Dave. So I'm going to put Dave.
How about a dark horse?
Okay, so you want to do a dark horse for the Masters?
Ooh.
I just want to do a dark horse for the year.
Oh, for the year. Okay,
really
let's do one for the year. Okay.
Harmon. I really like Harmon. He hits it far for his size. He makes the move. His shoulder's way in front of the ball. He doesn't. He is a Litsky and Stadler practitioner. He actually doesn't really like to practice hard, which he likes to do other things like hunting, blah, 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 blah. The guy intrigues me. He's kind of paving.
Yeah.
I kind of see this guy doing something interesting this year. He's consistent. That's what I like about him. And he makes a move that he can't get injured in. And he's not going to overdo it. He's not greedy and I got to practice, 10,000 balls. I kind of like what's happening with him. So that's my opinion on the dark horse.
All right, so we
got
one of my favorites. We got a dark horse for the year. Jim is saying Harmon. I could see that. I could see that. How about you, David? Anybody in particular?
Can you call Duffner a dark horse?
You could call it a comeback.
Yeah.
Don't call it a comeback.
I think he's he had that bad divorce, and his game was really off for a long time, and looks like he's starting to play better again.
I could see that. So we're saying Duffner for Dave for a dark horse for 2018. It's funny because there's two guys. Well, one's a kind of a hometown guy for me, but I don't know if you can really call him a dark horse anymore because the way he played at the end of the year. But Xander Schauffele is,
yeah.
I think he's one. And then the other guy that's very intriguing to me is Tony Finau. I think that he's
he hits it so far.
Yeah, that's the thing about him is he does hit it really far, and I'm wondering if it all really comes together.
Like Koepka?
Like, look out.
Very similar.
Yeah. So I think, it'd be Schauffele or Finau. I'll go with Finau just because Schauffele, at the end of the year just tore it up. I'm not sure he's really a dark horse at this point.
No.
But
and who's the I think he's from England. Has beard, long hair.
Oh,
had a great season last year. Never won, but boy, he was on top of every leaderboard.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his. I could see him, but I can't think of his name. I just went blank. We'll think about it. So Dave, you're going to take Fowler for the U.S. Open. I take it.
Yep.
Okay. How about you, Jim?
I like Fowler. I honestly, because I was talking about him with, I think DJ and Fowler. Fowler's going to, like you said, Mike, he's going to win a major this year. He's just too darn good with that putter.
Yeah.
And he can't get injured like people who go backwards. He's just not going to get injured. So I think he can withstand a lot of stuff that's going to come his way this year.
Okay, well, I got DJ for the U.S. Open. That's my pick there. British Open at Carnoustie.
Ooh.
What's the typical characteristics of Carnoustie?
A lot of wind,
right?
A lot of wind. Somebody keeps it in play. Let's see.
So if you guys are just joining us, we're making our 2018 major picks from the PGA Junior or from the PGA Junior Tour, the PGA Tour.
They're pretty
That's so
good.
funny.
I don't know if they're that good.
That's hilarious. The Masters so far, Dave's got DJ, Jim's got DJ. I'm picking Fowler. The U.S. Open at Shinnecock, Dave's picking Fowler. Jim's picking Fowler. I took DJ for the U.S. Open. The British at Carnoustie.
Rahm.
I'm taking Leishman because I love his swing in the wind. I love it.
Leishman, that's a good pick.
You want that one too, Dave?
No, I'm going to stick with Rahm.
Rahm, I like that pick. I like that pick a lot.
They're both big and strong.
That was a guy that I was thinking of too. was thinking that same thing. Man, this is a tough one.
Ooh.
This is a tough one here.
How about a Japanese Matsuyama?
I was looking
That's
at that.
Not a bad one.
I was looking at that.
I'm sticking with Rahm.
Sticking with Rahm?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Koepka. Koepka.
Big, strong boy.
Yep. I'm going with Koepka. Okay, last one. PGA Championship.
At Belle Reve. Not a real long golf course.
So.
Spieth.
Oh, that's what I was going to
Oh,
say,
my gosh,
too.
that's funny. That is funny.
Now, here's what's interesting about this. We did 4 majors, and I know there's a lot to choose from, but Justin Thomas was not mentioned.
And he was Player of the Year.
Yeah. So do we not believe that he's
going to burn out.
You think he's going to burn out?
Just this year, not next year, because he's coming off such wonder, just like Spieth and everybody else that comes off it the first time.
Yeah.
I don't think a swing can uphold it.
I don't think he's going to have the year he had last year, but he was so good, Jimmy. It's hard to go.
He is, but it's a burnout issue. Let's see what happens if he doesn't burn out. That's amazing.
Well, he's one of the guys out there with the Ricky and the gang that's all having fun playing golf, and I think that's going to keep him going.
Yeah, I think
early. I think early in the season only for him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out.
Then it's burnout.
I think you're right. So, Jim, we appreciate you joining us. We got a break.
Yes.
We're going to run up against the national break. But, hey, Happy New Year to you. Congratulations on being a grandpa. You're going to be a great grandfather. There's no doubt about it.
He's a great grandfather.
Thanks, you guys.
Now.
Happy birthday, Sweet 16 to Billy.
Yeah. Thanks, Jimmy. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Thanks. Love you guys. Talk to you.
Take care, Jimmy.
Bye. All right, with that, we want to thank our partners on Golf Talk Radio. It's the McGowie Health Group. You guys are looking for help with your diet. You're looking for help with nutrition, also help with flexibility, and a lot of the things that just need in everyday life, and whether you're active or maybe not as active. McGowie Health Group, 805-461-8822. Dr. Ryan McGowie, myself, I go to his office, and I got to tell you, he's top-notch. There's no doubt about it. Located in Atascadero, McGowie Health Group, 805-461-8822.
And on the way, you could go to McPhee's Grill.
You can.
There you
can go to McPhee's Grill. And also, Golf Talk Radio is sponsored by Health IQ, an insurance company that helps health-conscious people like runners, cyclists, weightlifters, and vegetarians get lower rates on their life insurance. Go to healthiq.com/Golf Talk today to see what you qualify for or to learn more. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network.